welcome to the Car Deal Advisor podcast show and video cast with me, Hugh Hattrick. Sorry we didn't have a video last week, but we were quite busy and I was waiting for tradesmen to come in, and unfortunately that delayed my recording of being able to do a show. But we're back this week, and if you've just been listening to the music there, and if you're watching it on the video, you'd have seen a very new and exciting and slick offer for the new Fiat 500 X Sport. So that is what we're going to be talking about first of all on the Car Deal Advisor show, but it's all about new cars and new launches. And to start with, it's the Fiat 500, but we've also got information coming on the new Nissan Juke, and there'll be a few surprises after that. So, get ready for the Car Deal Advisor podcast and videocast.
Welcome to the Car Deal Advisor podcast show. The presenter of this show is Hugh Hattrick. Get ready for special motoring legends and great deals on your next set of wheels. So the 5 red lights have just gone out and it's go, go, go.
Now, as much as I'm a Fiat fan, I always laugh when Fiat launch a new car, because while it might work in Italy, usually what we get back in Britain when it comes to new car launches and ideas of what they're actually doing, it never quite exactly works. For example, we have pictures on the Fiat website of the new 500 X Sport, and it looks rather nice with all the details here, lovely background, all the nice alloy wheels and things like that. Look, there's a picture here of the car with lots of dust coming up from behind it as if it's driving at great speed, and all this lovely slick advertising, follow the rules, no thanks. With the new 500 X Sport, you'll set the rules. Well, it would be nice to know how much it actually costs, because there's nowhere that I can find on the Fiat website as to how much this car is actually going to cost. Now, perhaps you may have found out, and if you have done, then let me know. It's info@cardealadvisor.co.uk, and we'll gladly accept the details. As far as I can see, it's probably going to cost round about £20,000 plus, because the current top of the range models are round about that kind of price. If I go onto the screen here, you'll see this is all I could find on the Fiat website regarding prices for the new 500X for the 2019 model year. So if you look at this one, the automatics are 21,700 for the Firefly Turbo 1.3, and they are 21.5 for the 1 litre 120 horsepower. And I reckon it will be round about that, maybe just a little bit more, because it does feature a bit more equipment. But it's a lovely looking car, and the thing is, these cars will be heavily discounted. It wouldn't surprise me if, give it a couple of months' time, especially before Christmas, a new Fiat 500X will be sitting there at probably about 17.5. In fact, you can actually get a lot of the newer style 500Xs for around about £15,000, which is pretty cheap for a decent sized 5-door family car that has those kind of SUV looks. What I would say is that go for the ones that look better. Go for things like the Cross Plus if you're looking at the standard car, or if you can stretch to it, go for the Sport. I think it's a much better looking car. When it comes to resale values, that car will be in demand. And the nice thing is, you've got an automatic or a manual. The automatic's actually quite nippy, doing 0 to 60 in just 9.1 seconds, which is really rather fast for these kind of small cars, or kind of, hatchbacks, small SUVs. Because if you bought things like the Vauxhall, you're lucky if you get to 60 in about 11 or 12 seconds. Same with many of the Renaults of that size of engine. But the Fiat is rather peppy and can do pretty reasonable MPG if you're on a long run. So it's definitely a car worth considering. And let's get an idea of what this car has that the other 500Xs don't. Well, it has a special sport red pastel paint, brand new 19-inch alloy wheels, and to wrap it up with, yes, you've guessed it, an exclusive sport badge on the back, on the front and the back, and dual chrome exhaust. So it looks like it's going to be a sports car, but take that with a pinch of salt. But I will say, after driving a very similar car this year, it was the standard Cross Plus with the turbo 120 horsepower manual gearbox. This car was very good to drive. It actually handled really well. The gearbox was nice and slick. The brakes were good and the ride quality was good. So it was genuinely a car that surprised me. So this Fiat 500X, I think, is definitely worth a look if you're in the market for a small SUV, that style of car. This is very good. The Fiat 500X Sport is definitely one to consider.
At cardealadvisor.co.uk, we can help you save thousands of pounds on your next new car or van. And we can also source second-hand cars as well. And we can save you money on car rental, whether it be in the UK and abroad. Just click our rental link on the website. And we'll give you a free gift if you trade in your car with We Buy Any Car using our special website link. So go to the website now and see how much you can save. And it's back to the show. Thanks for listening.
This is the new Nissan Juke. Now, it looks quite a lot more space age than the old one. Now, the old car was a bit of a love or hate it car. Very, very popular. It sold rather well, and it kind of started a new niche for Nissan. And in this one, they've looked to take it a stage further. And there's an awful lot of blurb that they've written all about the new car. But I'll try and summarise to let you know its most important points. Now, the new Nissan Juke is slightly bigger. Dimensions are now 4,210 millimetres in length for all of you who like exact details. And it's roughly 23 kilograms lighter, thanks to higher strength steel. And the new platform features a more rigid platform for better stability, performance and cornering. So it gives you, supposedly, new levels of confidence and control. And the engine is a 1 litre 3-cylinder turbocharged petrol with 117 brake horsepower. And it's supposed to give better fuel economy and refinement. Now there's a 6-speed manual or a 7-speed dual clutch automatic with paddle shift transmission. And it also has 3 driving modes, Eco, Standard and Sport, so drivers can effortlessly match their driving style to any driving scenario for maximum fun on the road. But of course, every new car has got new technology. Now, if you've had a Renault Clio or a Nissan Note or things like that in the past that has sat-nav, it's not a very good system. So Renault and Nissan have done a huge amount to try and improve it. So it's called the new Nissan Connect infotainment system, and it can use Apple CarPlay and Android Auto to mirror their smartphone apps. You have an 8-inch touchscreen display, and drivers can also access TomTom maps and live traffic or activate their onboard Wi-Fi hotspot to allow passengers connecting their laptops or tablets. So this new system is supposed to be much, much better than the old one. So what about price? Well, here we have here. It starts off at just £17,395 for the Visia model, right up to £25,395 for the Premier Edition. Now remember, there will always be decent discounts. So if you fancy a Nissan Juke, remember, you can email us and we'll get you a fantastic quote that would hopefully beat your dealership. Now, have you guessed what this car is? Of course you have. It's the new Land Rover Defender. Now it looks very space age, doesn't it? It looks like something out of a James Bond movie with all its special machinery and tow bars and roof packs and all kinds of things with its very much a unique design. This is the new 3- and 5-door Land Rover Defender, a completely iconic car which has been redesigned and just launched and starts off at just under £40,000 and goes up, well, pretty much further up as you can imagine, depending on what you would like to spec it up to. But it is a very, very interesting car. So let's have a look at some of the details about this very special Land Rover. Now, I actually got the prices wrong, so I will go over that again. The Defender 110 starts from £45,240 on the road, and the Defender 90 and commercial pricing will be confirmed at a later date. The Defender guide price for the Defender 90 is round about £40,000. So it wasn't too far away, and the commercial guide pricing from £35,000 plus VAT. But you can configure a Defender right now at the landrover.co.uk website. It's really on every aspect of the car. It's completely new, but has lots of lovely features that remind you of the epic original. It's going to have a mild hybrid electric option as well, a 48-volt version. So it's going to be joined by a plug-in hybrid electric powertrain, providing electric only running with sustainable performance and efficiency. And of course, petrol and diesel engines will be available from launch. It's a completely new structure and architecture, is what they call it, with advanced electrical vehicle architecture underpins connected tech, making the new Defender an all-terrain supercomputer. Nothing like slick advertising, is it? And it also has software over-the-air updates for up to 14 electronic control models. Means the new Defender will get better with age and even fix itself remotely. Well, the chances are it might break down, so at least it might be able to fix itself, which is better than having to wait at the dealership and pay a massive bill. It also has a new intuitive 10-inch touchscreen with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, and it compatibly delivers enhanced user experience and a broader range of functions. Now, I will say that the new Jaguar and Land Rover infotainment systems are far better than they used to be, much more reliable and much better to use with better features. So there you have a basic sum up of the car. But let's have a look at some of the pictures. That is the interior. So you see it's very, very different. Still has that kind of square kind of feel to it. But look, you've got your driving, you've got your gear stick up there for the automatic, many more buttons, your television screen, because really the old car wasn't great on a long journey. It was pretty uncomfortable. But this is really providing luxury and incredible off-road ability. So really it will be a matter of you're going to be forming an orderly queue, because this car will be something very, very special. Look at that. You can have black and kind of light brown interior leather. Well, I'm not sure that's the one I would choose, but it's there for you if you like it. Yeah, it's got a huge range of features, and you can have all sorts of different types of trim put into that car. And certainly if you look at it for going on a safari, it would be the perfect vehicle to look rather cool in. Now that was the latest award-winning Mazda advert that actually won a special award from the creative film at the International Motor Film Awards. Now you might think car adverts aren't going to be worth giving any awards to, but sometimes they can actually appeal and be rather interesting. So this was called The Journey to the Nordkap, and it's been recognised at the 2019 International Motor Film Awards in London. And these are the most prestigious celebration in the world of automotive TV and film. And the awards showcase the best directorial, filming and production talent from high-end films and TV commercials to student and independent productions. So this was honoured with the Best Creative Film title, Journey to the Nordkap, and it was filmed earlier this year in March with the aim of bringing Mazda's latest Epic Drive media event to life. It was a film that highlighted the challenge of the beauty of driving to the most northerly point in Europe in the depths of winter. And the film was shot by award-winning British video production company Kingdom Creative. With temperatures as low as minus 30 degrees during the shoot, the film beautifully highlights the stunning yet brutal Arctic landscape and the abilities of the Mazda cars on some of Europe's most challenging roads. So certainly, the Mazda range is pretty strong, one that we would always recommend, but I thought that was a nice way to introduce Mazda's adverts there and give you something interesting to watch if you are going to go onto YouTube. The link is just down here, which I will show you there, which you can click on in turn, and that will take you to it, or simply put in Mazda award-winning review or award-winning videos, and you will find that it will come up on YouTube. But that's all for this week on the Car Deal Advisor Show. We hope you've enjoyed it. As I say, it will go out onto YouTube, and it will also be on as a podcast, minus a few edits here and there to make sure it works for the podcast. And the exciting news as well is that we are going to be holding some live podcasts on Podbean. So look out for them, because it will be very exciting. And if you're listening to this as a recording, make sure you use Podcoin, because it pays you to listen to your podcast, whether it be this one or any other one. It's definitely worth doing, because it pays you to listen to me and to anyone else that records a podcast. So drive carefully, take care, and we'll see you very soon. Bye just now.
For more information, go to cardealadvisor.co.uk and you can see all the special offers that we have on the website. And remember, we have our YouTube channel, which is at Hugh Hatrick, and also we have our podcasts on Podbean, on iTunes, SoundCloud, and Anchor FM. And if you like what you hear, please like and subscribe to our shows, or you can donate every month for just £1. Thanks for listening, and we'll speak to you soon. Bye-bye.